Truth or Swear by Lilly Penwielder. Read by Rat Overlord. Summary. Minetta wants Class 1A to play Truth or Dare. Be careful what you wish for. AKA an amazing crack fic that made me absolutely wheeze and has some really great Minetta trolling. It had somehow become the routine for the whole of Class 1A to unwind in the weekend with Friday night game night. Not to be confused with Saturday night movie night, which had already had to ban Midoriya, Bakugou, Todoroki, and Shinso for talking too much during the films.
Why don't we ever play Truth or Dare?
Minetta whines.
Because 21 people would be a bit much. It wouldn't be much fun to play if you spent the whole time just waiting for your turn.
Well, that's an easy fix.
Minetta says, face twisting into a lecherous grin.
Oh, you guys can go play over there, and me and the girls can...
That's a great idea, Minetta!
Midoriya practically yells, appearing right beside them.
It is?
Asks Minetta.
It is?
Splutters Kirishima.
It is!
Crows Midoriya, face shining with his signature beam.
We could divide into teams.
If he notices Minetta's face falling, it isn't visible in the way he pulls a notebook out of nowhere and begins scribbling away.
5 teams of 4 people each, and we can tweak the rules a bit to make it more interesting. Like, whoever's turn it is can challenge a team and say Truth or Dare, and then the team they challenged has to pick someone to represent them for that round, who would then issue the next challenge. He devolves into mumbling, quickly organizing the teams and jotting down some rules.
Hey, wait a second. Why is there a thick team with only my name on it?
Midoriya turns to Minetta with a wide-eyed expression dripping with naive innocence.
Well, 21 people doesn't divide by 5 evenly, and since you were so eager to play Truth or Dare, I figured you wouldn't mind.
Minetta is left speechless, and Midoriya passes the list around with his bright smile back in place. Sero tapes the rules to the wall as Todoroki pats Minetta on the back.
Hard. What a good sport.
He says in a low, dry tone.
Let's have fun.
Minetta shudders.
All right, dudes, and dudettes! And dudettes, let's get this thing started. Team Kirishima challenges Team Ochibro.
Choose your challenger!
Ashido yells. Who named the teams? Jiro whispers. Koda shrugs.
Okay, I guess I volunteer as tribute!
Kaminari screams. He blinks over where Oshiro is now bent double with his hands over his ears.
Oh, sorry. I've always wanted to say that. I got a little excited. A little too excited.
Mumbles Oshiro.
All right, then!
Ashido pumps a fist in the air and grins wickedly.
Truth or Dare, Kaminari?
Dare!
Sero flinches back so hard he falls off the couch.
Yes! I dare you to keep quiet until your next turn!
Midoriya immediately interjects.
His next turn or his team's next turn. 'Cause if he can't talk, then he can't volunteer again, so...
Ashido's grin widens with glee.
His next turn!
The class winces in sympathy as the pouting blonde sits back down.
Team Oshiro challenges Team Minetta?
Ugh, you don't have to call it a team. Everyone knows it's just me. Choose your challenger!
Ashido yells, ignoring both his statements and his hateful glare.
Truth or Dare, Minetta?
Do you even have to ask? I'm not some sort of coward.
Half the class develops a simultaneous coughing fit. Minetta whines.
Just give me the dare already.
Kaminari is rapidly typing on his phone. Beside him, Sero's phone begins dinging repeatedly. The black-haired boy glances at the screen before silencing the device with an overly dramatic wink and a cheery,
I'll call him back later.
Kaminari promptly tackles him. The two roll around on the floor, and their classmates simply lift their legs out of the way and pay them no further mind.
I got one.
Sato says, tapping his team captain on the shoulder. Oshiro gratefully steps back, and Sato tosses one of his extra-large sugar packets at Minetta.
Eat this!
He says proudly. For some reason, Midoriya starts choking on his water.
Are you serious? You can't make me eat things. Those are the worst kind of dares.
The 6 females in the class immediately sit up straight, but Minetta is too busy whining to notice.
Oh my god! You're the biggest fucking baby in the goddamn universe! Is the bottom of your costume actually a diaper, you little piss baby? Shut your fucking pie hole until you decide to use it and get your shitty dare out of the way!
Minetta's eyes narrow even further.
Fine.
He sniffs.
Then I dare you next, Bakugou.
That's not how the rules...
Done, now eat the damn dare!
Minetta gets it done with way more groaning and complaining than strictly necessary. But finally, he's choked down the last of it, is denied a drink, and croaks out to Bakugou.
I dare you to go the rest of the night without swearing.
There's a couple of sharp inhales, and Bakugou freezes in place. Kaminari and Sero roll into the wall, prompting Kaminari to break his dare with a low, "Ow!" But no one even notices. Bakugou's lips pull back into the scariest smile his friends have ever seen.
I've got that shift in the flunking bag.
And then he laughs maniacally.
I won't swear for the rest of this crafty night.
Midoriya sighs and shakes his head.
Not again.
Bakugou whirls on Team Shinso.
Oi! Half and half bastion! Truth or dare?
Todoroki's mouth works silently, but Shinso speaks up first.
We're supposed to pick someone.
Bakugou smirks widely.
Funk that shirt! If punking Icy Hot's too chicken shit, he should just say so.
Make it stop!
Kaminari cries.
Hey! You broke your dare! Penalty!
Jiro cheers.
Your team is out of rotation for 2 rounds.
What? That's not in the rules.
Shoji crosses his arms and laughs while Koda points. At the very bottom of the rules paper is a hastily scrawled, "Breaking your dare penalty. No turn for 2 rounds."
You just added that now!
Prove it! Jiro challenges, twirling a pen between her fingers. Kaminari splutters, but Oshiro and Sero just pull him back down into his seat.
Truth.
Todoroki says, out of nowhere. Shinso shakes his head, but doesn't challenge. Bakugou grins evilly.
Why is your hero named Shoto?
Dare.
Todoroki says seriously. Oshiro, Uraraka, and Jiro all start yelling about the rules, and Todoroki quickly murmurs something to Bakugou. The blonde cackles loudly and slaps Todoroki on the back, and the class starts yelling about cheats.
It's in the rules.
Todoroki deadpans. All eyes turn to the paper, where in teeny tiny letters, written sideways across the margin, is, "As long as the challenger hears the truth, it counts." Midoriya guiltily hides a pen behind his back. Ida tries to restore order, but to no avail, and it's not until Midoriya has picked him up together with Tsuyu and Uraraka and started to carry them around the room that they realize Todoroki has continued the game without them.
All right.
Midoriya sets his 3 teammates back down and turns to Team Momo.
Truth or dare?
Choose your challenger. Ashido mumbles half-heartedly. Momo steps forward. It would be an honor and a privilege to represent my team for this round. Midoriya blinks.
Oh, okay. Truth or dare?
The tall girl flushes and covers her face with her hands, and her teammates immediately converge on her, with Jiro shooting Midoriya a dark look. Dare! Momo says finally.
Do an Abe Lincoln impression.
There's silence. Then a collective, "Who?" Bakugou snorts while Midoriya flusters. Jiro simply pulls up Google and hands her phone to Momo.
Wait, he is on American money, right?
Sato asks, hesitantly. At Midoriya's nod, Oshiro speaks up.
Wait, isn't he the first president of the United States? Some kind of general?
No, you're thinking of George Washington from the $1 bill.
Oshiro calls.
He was a notorious thief that specialized in stealing cherry pie.
Ida's voice is scandalized.
And they put him on their money?
Oshiro frowns. Maybe I'm remembering wrong.
No, I remember something about that too. Some kind of rhyme we used to sing while jumping rope.
Jiro puts in.
Guys, come on, you're distracting Momo from her research.
All eyes turn to Momo, who is now sporting a false black beard and the tallest top hat they've ever seen.
7 years ago, our founding fathers brought together on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
Momo?
We are now engaged in a great civil war. testing whether that nation, or any nation so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on the great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that this nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this.
That's enough, Momo.
But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it, far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here.
You can stop now. Momo keeps going until finally she ends with,
And that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
She sits back down primly and smiles wide. How did I do? The class groans, but Koda, Shoji, and Jiro all assure her that she was wonderful. They don't, however, remind her that she is still wearing the beard. Momo beams happily before her eyes turn to Minetta, an uncharacteristic darkness in them that wasn't there before. Truth or dare, Minetta?
Hey, I'll be your dare any day, baby.
I dare you to eat 2 sheets of paper.
Shit.
Bakugou murmurs to himself.
Forgot about that one. Could have called Halfy a piece of shit. Stop making me eat things.
I've got the paper! Uraraka calls with glee.
My notebook!
Yells Midoriya in horror. Kaminari claps Minetta on the back.
Your fate is inevitable.
More like inedible.
Sarah laughs. Minetta continues whining and wheedling, but the girls all pitch in with ripping the papers into smaller pieces and balling them up, and in no time they're presenting Minetta with a plate.
Bottoms up!
Hagakure calls.
Bon appetit!
Calls Aoyama. Once again, Minetta chokes down his dare, and once again is denied water. He whirls on Team Kirishima with a manic expression.
Bakugou and Kirishima have both had turns already, so I challenge Team Kirishima. Truth or dare?
Bakugou scoffs.
Calm down, you crimpy grape flipper. It's just a funking game.
Sero screams into his hands as Kaminari wails in the background. Ashido steps forward, chin up and fists clenched.
Dare!
She says loudly, but without any of her usual enthusiasm.
I dare you to kiss Yaoyorosu. Objection!
Kirishima yells.
What? There's no objections in Truth or Dare.
Ida flips over the rule paper, showing the words, each team member gets 1 objection, where after the truth or dare is declared, they can swap out for a teammate.
That wasn't there before.
Calm yourself.
Tokoyami intones gravely.
If there is madness afoot, it is only in your own mind.
Behind him, Dark Shadow cackles and clicks the pen he's holding. Kirishima ignores the ongoing conversation and drops to 1 knee before Yaoyorosu.
May I have the lady's hand for a moment?
The girls all squeal as Minetta shrieks about lips, but Momo simply holds out her hand and lets him kiss the back of it. The sound of a camera phone going off pierces the sudden silence, and Kirishima leaps to his feet to begin chasing Hagakure.
No! Delete it! If you put it in the group chat, Sensei will see!
He wails. Ida gets to his feet and tries to intervene, but they simply run circles around him while he chops uselessly with his hands.
Terribly rude to take pictures without prior consent.
So, whose turn is it? Kirishima looks busy.
And to chase one of our female classmates in such a manner is most...
Well, Kiri's tapping out Ashido, so we could just let her go next.
As both class president and a fellow hero student, I must insist.
All right, awesome! I challenge Team Ida!
Cease and desist at once, or... Oh, is it our turn?
Uraraka giggles and waves a hand. You do you, Ida. We've got this.
Truth, get out.
Ashido taps her chin and side-eyes her only remaining teammate. I was expecting dare. You got anything?
Do you eat flies?
Bakugou asks immediately.
Objection!
Shrieks Uraraka. Every person in the room flinches back and Uraraka rubs the back of her head sheepishly. Sorry, guys. If the answer is yes, I don't want to know.
That's fair, Kettle.
Uraraka stands tall, her face bright with determination. No, I do not eat flies.
No ship!
Bakugou laughs. Tsuyu turns towards Minetta.
Truth or dare, Gettle? Fucking again? Truth! Why haven't you been expelled yet, Gettle? What? What kind of question is that? I can't answer that.
You get the dare now.
Aoyama calls, finger wagging disapprovingly.
Excuse me?
Minetta shrieks.
Yeah, it's in the rules.
Todoroki says dryly, eyes locked on something behind Minetta.
If someone doesn't answer a truth satisfactorily, then they get a dare as consequence.
Come off it! There's no way that's actually...
Minetta cuts off as he turns to face the rules. There's a bright yellow sticky note hanging from the bottom of the page. Bakugou whistles nonchalantly and tosses his pen over his shoulder.
I dare you to eat grass, you little short stain.
Minetta takes a step back.
It's not your... I dare you to eat grass!
The rest of the class choruses in unison.
Come on, guys! There isn't even any grass here!
Bakugou narrows his eyes in a glare that has Minetta eeping in fear.
Listen here, you son of a Bitcoin!
Multiple classmates choke on their spit at that one.
You're the one who wanted to play this crappy game! Don't you dare go backing out now just 'cause shit hit the fan! Or are you actually just chicken shift?
I can't take you seriously when you're talking like that!
Minetta wails. Bakugou glances at his watch.
Tell you what, you funky piece of craft! If you go get grass right now, I'll quit the game.
Deal!
Minetta shouts, racing for the front door. He's barely made it outside when they can all hear him slam into a patrolling Aizawa-sensei.
Breaking curfew, Minetta.
Their teacher's voice wafts through the still open doorway. Bakugou grins from where he's already at the elevators.
Peace, suckers!
He flashes a peace sign as the door slides shut, leaving the room in silence.
So manly.
Kirishima whispers reverently. Somehow, that's enough to snap everyone out of their stupors, and by the time Aizawa-sensei steps inside, no trace of the game remains. Howdy, fellow rats. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like or comment down below, because I always love hearing from you guys. And make sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with whenever I post. Tomorrow, I will be posting my 500 subscriber special, which will be I Gave the Voices in My Head a Megaphone by Hannibal. Don't worry, all you Rei Suku fans, because I will be podficking that one too at some point as well. You just have to stay tuned for that one. But anyways, here's your little daily reminder to go hydrate, unlike Minetta, and I have some bloopers. So, enjoy.
He was a notorious thief that specialized in stealing cherry pie.
You know what? They didn't teach me that one in 8-push.
Breaking curfew, Minetta.
Their teacher's voice wafts through the still open...
Oh shit, fuck. He's about to get ratioed.